How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to yet another weekly warehouse update. A lot of fun stuff this week. We got a bunch of MVP we're going to be going through. We have some legacy back in the house. We got some new Innova releases, all kinds of fun stuff. But I want to highlight this month's subscription box because we got the 2 custom stamp discs in that I'm going to show you right now. And we still have plenty of these available. So I think some people are going to get really excited about it. We know people love the personality stamp discs, right? Everyone gets behind them. So we're like, man, what if we just combined every personality stamp you could imagine, or every personality you could imagine, into one stamp? And that's what we did. And so we took a little inspiration from Super Smash Bros. Here. You got all of us as different characters throughout here. You got, I'm not even going to try to name the characters because it's been so long. I can name them. Jason is Snake.
Yeah.
Robbie as, this is the one my brother always kills me with.
Either Ness or Lucas.
Lucas, I think. Trevor is Link, of course, makes sense. Me as Kirby. I believe that's Connor as Diddy Kong, because Diddy Kong, fun. And All Business Bowser, right there. All floating on platforms, getting ready for an epic fight. You know I'm going to be smashing down B on Trevor's head that whole time. So these are on Color Glow MD1s. So basically, if you see me throw my pink MD3 and you like the flight of that, that's what an MD1 is going to be like. Like, it already starts with that turn that MD3 that's been in my bag forever has. So that's disc number 1. And then sticking with that like fun vintage video game feel, we have the Foundation disc off, kind of Nintendo looking.
That's like the Princess Peach disc right there.
Font. These are cicadas, ESP cicadas from Discraft. So great 1-2, both Heiser Flip Dreams, both can be thrown by a wide variety of players. We don't have the swag item in quite yet, so these will be shipping very soon, but the swag item is also a very fun patch that also fits this like vintage video game theme. So if that scratches your itch, got a bunch of these available on the site right now.
All right, we got a bunch of fun MVP today. So we got some blank discs first here. People love getting these to die. We've got deflectors, nice overstable mid-ranges in that. We've also got the spin, kind of the opposite. We got a putter that's nice and flippy. Always fun to have a blank canvas if you're looking to die some discs. Also got some great glow options. Got some Total Eclipse hexes right here. One of the fan favorite mids. People say it's the best mid ever. We got that. We also have Eclipse blank watts right here. The watt is kind of like the glitch, very straight floaty putter, but it goes a little further, a little bit more disc-like, less lid-like. Some other, we also have the watt with the stamp on. If you're not looking to do any dies and you just want the stamp, there you go. We got waves as well in Eclipse. I think this is the first time we've had these. So we've got Eclipse waves, nice driver there. These are fast, have a little flip up to them, go nice and far. Some other exciting molds we have as well. Right here, we've got the range. It was right next to the Berg, so I got confused which is which because they're similar. However, as we found out, not the same. So the range is shaped like the Berg with that kind of like indent almost. It's not quite a thumb track. It's almost like a thumb groove that sits above the rim there. And these go a little bit straighter than Bergs. You can get turnovers out them. I find them a really, really nice neutral approach disc. They're great for that. So if you're somebody that throws MVP plastic and you want to try out a Berg, well, here's something for you right here. I think we also have those, yes, in blanks as well. I thought these were Bergs. They're just blank ranges. So there you go. Obviously look similar. Like I said, they don't fly the same though. So if you try to Berg, range is not the same disc. But that's all we've got for the MVP and Streamline. No, it's not. Best for last. We pre-sold these, but we still have some left. These are the Total Eclipse proxies.
No.
Are they not proxies?
Well, they are. There's not Total Eclipse.
Oh, not Total Particle Glow. That's right. There are so many plastic names at this point. Particle Glow. So it is kind of like Eclipse in the fact that they glow, but not in the way that you normally would expect. So where's that flashlight at? Let's get a little shot. Since we're on iPhone cam, it'll work just fine. You kind of get in the picture.
The iPhone cam's too good.
Can you tell like a little bit what's going on there?
For sure.
Yeah. There you go. So that's what these discs do. Anyways.
All right. We have a brand that we haven't carried in a long time, and I'm excited to have them back on our shelf, which is Legacy. So we'll kick it off first with the Badger. Nice overstable beadless mid-range. So their plastic will take a little bit getting used to if you're not aware. Pinnacle, basically champion from Innova. It's one of the closest things to champ that's out there. This run actually feels a little bit more like that older champ, the like when they used to have Jolly Launcher and then Champion. If you remember Innova back in those days, this is more close to that champ. So we have the Badger here, and then we have my disc of choice, my absolute favorite disc from Legacy, the Recluse. It's basically like a beaded Badger. It's more overstable than that, but I absolutely love this disc. It's like a more throwable deflector Justice, where so much overstability. You can rip on it forehand. You can throw it on Annie. It's gonna fight out. It's gonna hyzer. Crazy overstable. Super comfortable in the hand, but has a little bit more usability to me. So when the Quake went out, I put this in. It's just definitely a step more overstable than the Quake, more into that utility slot, but I absolutely love the Recluse. So you've probably been seeing me throw that some. We got a bunch of Recluses in stock now because of that. Really, really enjoy the Recluse. Next we have the Mongoose, which is a -9.5, -3.1. Nice flippy fairway driver here. We got that in a few different plastics and a few different stamps. We got this fun Mongoose stamp here
Mongooses
too.
are cool.
Super comfortable in the hand. Actually feels a little more comfortable. Almost feels closer to a 10-speed. So if you're looking for, you don't like the feel of like the Roadrunner or the Sidewinder, and you're looking for something to kind of fit that bill, check out the Mongoose. And then I think this is a new disc from Legacy. I've never seen it, which is the Sumo. I don't have the flight numbers on it.
Get one of those stamps so we can see it.
Oh, you know what? There's some back here too. I didn't even notice. So this is in, I believe it's their Icon plastic. No, it's their Legend plastic. So it's almost like kind of like a gummy TI is almost what it feels like. Really good feeling plastic, but this feels like it's going to be an overstable approach disc. Don't quote me on that because I don't have the flight numbers, but really good feel in the hand. You'll be able to find the flight numbers over on the site. We just got these in, so they're going up right now. But really nice, comfortable hand feel, gummy plastic. I'm excited to take one out in the field and give it a toss today.
Still over here on the drop shelf. A lot of drops this week. We've got Innova Tour series to talk about. First of all, we've got Jen Allen. These are, I believe these are just Color Glow. Yeah, Proto Glow Champion. So this is their new glow stuff in the T-Bird. This has been her tour series for a while now. Some really good classic glow. This is what kind of colors I like in the Champ Glow. It reminds me of the Sexton Firebirds a bit. These are really nice feeling run. Typically the Color Glow T-Birds, nice classic T-Bird flights out of these. They're not super overstable, super flippy. They're just right where you want them to be. And these feel like they're going to fly great. So we got a bunch of those at the moment. And then another one, this is very exciting. We've got some Philo Destroyers. And I can tell you right now, first of all, some insane swirls in these. We got some pop tops in these things. It's funny because we had the Evelina Destroyers come in and they were really flat. And that gave them a cool flight. But these are mostly lighter weights, like 160s, higher 160s. 169, 167, but huge pop top domes on them, which means they are going to bomb. And apparently people have been saying already that they do. These feel like they could be some of the furthest flying destroyers you can get your hands on. So we're gonna have a few of them. Make sure to check these out if you're looking for a bomber distance destroyer.
Another thing over here at the drop shelf we have some Underworlds and some Kings and some very unique, I believe they're calling these tournament rings. So tournament's the plastic, and then ring is, it's almost like the orbit that they were doing, but they just have the ring inside, which is super cool. I haven't really seen anything like that before. The bottom is sick as well. So both of these are, the Underworld is a very flippy 9-speed, and I believe the King is technically a flippy 13-speed. They don't have the flight numbers on here, but if I'm remembering it right. So both of these from Westside, great feeling plastic, and they look sick. Last thing over here on this here drop shelf, actually I want to correct myself. The Badger is actually way more overstable than the Recluse. I had my mind confused. This is like a tilt version of a mid-range. I also got the flight number on the Sumo for you. That's how we work here. Fast. 4204. Some might say, Hunter, just reshoot the Legacy section.
There's fast over there. It's Jason.
Some might say, Hunter, just reshoot the Legacy. No. Discmania P2X.
I'm glad Huck Lab's still getting their time in the sun.
Yeah, I think Discmania might own Huck Lab.
I think they definitely do.
Because they're the only ones that ever really seem to use it, but I love Huck Lab, mainly because, watch this. Whoop! Whoop! When you're Connor and you want to see that's what pop feels like.
Oh my gosh!
Wait.
Feels like. Okay, go ahead.
Anywho, the P2X is essentially, it's what Gannon Burr's putting with now. It's more or less a beaded P2, a little bit more overstable is what you'll find that bead gives it, but really comfortable in the hand. Honestly, it's pretty close to Discmania's PA3. If we're just being honest, that's what it feels like in the hand. It feels very similar to the Sonar, which is what I'm putting with right now. We can talk about that in a little bit, but got a bunch of these in stock, a bunch of different colors. Really, really good feel in the hand on this Flex 2 D-line plastic. So you can check these out over on the site as well.
Okie dokie. Over here at the accessory shelf, I want to tell you about a restock we got in our Ripped Revenge section. Ripped Revenge, the disc golf card game that we all know and love.
Whoop, whoop.
We've got the original and the Showdown. Both similar concept. Showdown just has a couple different cards, a couple different rules. But they're both pretty affordable and they make disc golf very, very fun to play. Check these out. Play a new round with your buddies. It's going to not completely turn disc golf on its head if you don't want it to.
But it could.
But it can. You can update the rules however you want. You can make it to where you only play one card per hole, or you can play as many as you want. So it's very customizable in that way. You can also get these holders, these case holders. This may seem like a novelty. If you're actually playing Ripped a lot, this is great. It is so helpful to have. You have a pocket for your draw, your discard, and your actual hand. You can put in that slot there. Carabiner to strap it right onto your bag. Those are a great time. So pick up a Ripped Revenge deck, get one of the holders, and have a blast playing with your buddies. Freshen things up. So you got to spice things up with your disc golf partner,
And your life partner.
but especially disc golf.
All right, a few weeks ago, we got a big old DGA restock in.
Yeah.
I highlighted a bunch of stuff, but some fun stuff's happened since then. So I'm here to talk about one disc in particular, which is the Sonar. Mainly because since we got the restock in and we were talking about it, none other than Ezra Robinson went on to win a Pro Tour event. And unless his bag's changed from the last update I got, this is his putting putter.
You think you would change his putter?
I don't think he would. But when you saw him reining in putts left and right, the Sonar is what he's using, because I actually just started using it for my putter of the month this month, and I've been putting phenomenally the last few days because I've only been using it for a few days. Because it's basically a PA3. So it's like from this line down is very PA3-esque. This line up, I don't know, it's almost maybe like the steady shoulder there.
Perhaps.
I don't really know what it is, but what it does is it gives that feel of, if you're a PA3 thrower or a PA3 putter, you know, in my opinion, the concave ones are the best PA3s by a mile. When they come out kind of flat or domey, I just don't like them that much. And what this does is, with that rounded edge, none of them are concave, but with that rounded edge, it's a little bit shallower than the PA3, so it gives almost that like concave PA3 feel in my hand. Without having to have the actual concaveness, and it's in Discraft D-line plastic. So I also really enjoy DGA's new stock stamp, very clean. So I just switched to these. Ezra Robinson has been absolutely pouring them in with the Sonar, and I feel like not enough people are giving that disc some love, because, well, actually I know they're not, because we only sold one of them last month. That's how it ended up in my bag. So this was one of the worst selling putters of last month, yet one of the best performing putters of last month. That means that you can put this in your bag and spank your partners.
Do the math. Wow.
Hey there, I'm down here in the corner. I'm going to tell you about some Prodigy we got on the site. First of all, wow, these are looking great. Reblend FX4s. I like the logo they did for that. You get some fun patterns out of these. Honestly, I think it's one of the better feeling Prodigy plastics there is. FX4, nice 9-speed, nice neutral flyer. It's actually feel great. Great feeling disc. Another fun one we got here, we've got stock stamped feedbacks. This is a Kevin Jones disc they did originally, right? Yes. And then they're stock stamped because they were a solid disc, and so these are a little bit more stable than those FX4s. And then we also got some H7s right now. Oh, we got the Catzilla, is that what we're calling this?
Kittyzilla.
Kittyzilla stamp on the H7. It is a very fun stamp. Yeah, H7s, flippy disc. They got nice dome to them, but you can get some good distance out of this with not a ton of arm speed. One last thing I'm going to tell you about. This is kind of a special one. This is a fun one. We've got the Waco. Ooh, this one looks cool. Really cool, like double foils on these. The Waco is its own mold, and it's named after a tournament. How fun is that? These are mid-ranges, straight with just a little bit of fade. And this is something Prodigy released, I believe, last year for the first time for Waco. And they brought him back because Waco is this weekend. Make sure to tune in. And yeah, pretty cool to have a mid-range that's literally named after a tournament. If you live in Waco and you don't own this disc, you're committing a felony. So yeah, that's a little bit of Prodigy. That's what we've got in the warehouse this week, and we'll see you next time.